Good evening and welcome to AFLNT's coverage of the 25-26 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League Round 14 clash from TIO Stadium on Larrakia Country. This evening, St Mary's take on Wanderers. My name is Nick Danks, my commentary partner. Joining me this evening, Dom McCormack. Good evening, Dom. Great to be back here with you again.
Yeah, Nick, fantastic to be here. My first call for the new year. Second call, in fact, given I just called the last game. This is a great scene here. Still pretty slippery and slimy conditions underfoot, but looking forward to see how Wanderers take up the challenge against St Mary's here this evening. Yeah,
I left here about a couple of hours ago. This was a swimming pool, and come back, it's drained away. The grounds looks a bit chopped up, but considering the way it looked at the start of the last game, it's held up pretty well. We are expecting some more rain. Currently it's 26 degrees, but there are some thunderstorms around. There is the breeze to the right-hand side, although it's swirling around the ground at the moment, and it's going to the right of screen, which is the way that Wanderers won the toss and are going for. So Mary's come into the game tonight in outstanding form. They've won their last 4 games, and last week they were clinical against the Tiwi Bombers, winning by 80 points. The Wanderers, though, be looking to bounce back after a disappointing loss last week to the Palmerston Magpies. The Wanderers have only had 2 wins this season, and that was against the Magpies and the Darwin Buffs. And the last time these two sides met was in round 3 here at TIO Stadium. So Mary's in control all night and came away with a 65-point win. And Dom, you'd have to think St Mary's would be a good shot here to cement themselves at top 3 or top 2 spot.
Oh, look, all these games for them are really important to try and clinch exactly that, a number 2 or number 3 position. And about to get underway right here. Let's see how Wanderers take them on tonight. Tyler Phillips up in the ruck against Faulkner. In the middle of the ground, good contest. Connor West onto the footy straight away. Nice pick up in these conditions. There is a little bit of rain happening right at the minute. Kick out wide. Socket off the ground. No clean touches out there just at the minute from Luke Patterson, and the ball seen over the boundary line. Good defensive effort there from Wanderers just to push them wide. First boundary throw in of this match. We had many of them in the previous game. Brock Lant there on screen. There are 3 Lants featuring in this game. Dylan the captain, Jack and Brock. Setting up now inside attacking 50. Ball tapped into space, dangerously so. On the left boot, kicks through, Patterson on that left, and that is a goal. He knew it as soon as it left the boot. And the goal umpire signals straight away. So Saints within 50 seconds on the board. Luke Patterson with his first 1 straight 6 to Wanderers, yet to score. Wasn't pretty necessarily, Nick, but just moving that ball forward, and in these conditions, that's what you have to do. Just keep moving it forward. Helped on there by the Eagles.
Absolutely. Yeah, he'll take that one. He's probably a big day out, Patterson does. He's now obviously the key full forward for the side. He did kick 7 against the Tiwi Bombers back in round 4, but since then he's only kicked singles or got a couple against the Nightcliff Tigers in that big comeback win. And it'd be interesting to see how St Mary's use him tonight. I didn't think they used him the best last week against Tiwi. They tended to rush it away from him, so it'd be interesting to see what happens today.
Tyler Phillips holding his position really nicely there in the ruck. Winning that one down. Good scrimmage here in the middle. Comes out to Leggett, who bangs that one forward up into attacking 50. Thumped away there by Jacob Long, taken by Smithson at half back. That's a heck of a torpedo from half back to half forward. On the pursuit is Brock Lant. Holmberg was the one who took the footy. Now the reinforcements arrive. Handball comes out to Paredes, breaks the initial tackle, gets a handball away. Lant over the footy, that's Brock. Wanderers now. Chain of handballs out the back. Pressure's on. No tackle laid. Good pressure came from Nick Yarran. In the clear is Paredes from the pocket. Patterson. Well done there by Morgan. And Patterson got himself in front. Sockers are through. That's another goal on the board for St Mary's. Another goal to Patterson. Yeah, as I said last week, they sort of went around him and over the top of him. And today, you can see there's been obviously a conversation, because Paredes then definitely went to the top of the goal square to pick out Luke Patterson. As we see in the replay here, well, maybe it was a shot. He's just dropped to Patterson, who's then dropped it over the back like a good full forward should have then just pinched the early goal. Well, Tom Morgan, he didn't do too much wrong there or on the first occasion, but just couldn't keep himself in front. Patterson with a bit more strength, a bit of additional height. Got the longer leg to it. Both having a laugh there on screen.
Yeah, the boys playing in the mud, they're enjoying that.
Back in the middle, Saints with the fast start here. 3 minutes down, 2 goals on the board. Phillips up against Faulkner. Comes to the back, Phillips. Pick up, tackled. Nice clearing handball. Comes away there to Willis. Goes to the back to Clee. Dinky little kick comes to Billy Shanks. First flow that Wanderers have had all game. Comes to Harry Willis. Right on centre wing. Oh, that's a good kick. No mark taken. Putting the body in straight away was Tyson Kent for St Mary's. At ground level, he's still down there. Working hard to Josh Wirchin. Gets the ball away to Shanks. Handball was good. Conditions are difficult. Wanderers working the footy forward. Wirchin bursting onto it again. Ben Rioli takes hold of the footy. The man in the helmet. Long kick up towards the centre square. On the ground, the ball taken by Nate Paredes. Just spins out of a tackle. Gets a kick away. Good smother. And Wanderers should see this one over, and that they do. Boundary throw in. Boundary's your friend, I think, if you're in danger in these situations.
Yeah, I think so. Also, it's going to be really hard to try and keep this ball. The idea would be to keep pushing it forward at all costs. There's a couple of times there Wanderers look to go behind, and in sort of ground, this sort of weather, you just got to keep the ball going forward.
Good match up there. Dylan Lant on Cody Leggett. Two star performers for their respective teams. And the ball belted towards the boundary line. And another boundary throw in. Conditions here, as you said before, Nick, much better than what they were earlier today. The middle of the ground cleared relatively quickly, and the extremities have done just that. Wonderful ruck tap down there to Jack Lant. Handle that beautifully. Long kick up inside 50. Patterson bursting onto the footy, creating a bit of space there. Paredes goes in to pick it up, slaps it forward again. Brenton Motlop there too to put on a bit of pressure, and sees it out of bounds in the hands of Patterson. You just see that rain on your screen there, just starting to come down a little bit heavier here at TIO Stadium.
It's been really heavy earlier on today. You couldn't actually see the ground at one stage. It was pretty heavy. But Jack Lack should be right today. He had a week off last week as a rest, but the three them back out there together today.
Up high goes Riley Conlon for Saints. Ball comes down to Smithson. Out to Dylan Lant, who then falls over. Handball to West. Dummies one way, then the other, loses the footy. Chain of handballs for Wanderers. It's going to get cut off here. Soccering off the ground, Matthew Motlop, the captain for the team, out wide. Nice pick up, then losing the footy. Pressure on every possession here. Saints into the clear. Ben Rioli to keep that in. Not according to the boundary umpire, who was right on the spot. So a boundary throw in, slightly forward of centre, favouring the green and gold.
Yeah, lucky then for him. I thought he was right on that one, but the boundary umpire's in a better position than I am, I must admit, and pinged that one straight away.
He had a smile on his face there, Ben Rioli, but mind you, he does on most occasions.
Yeah.
Boundary throw-in's a good one. Tyler Phillips works himself into front spot. Connor West take the footy, and Phillips takes him straight away. They'll reset and go again. Faulkner up against Phillips. Phillips with a double touch. Ball comes to Lant. Ball falls between his legs, and Cody Leggett wraps him up. Both been in terrific form. Phillips again. Down to West. Somehow gets rid of it from the congestion there. Picked up by Robinson. Got it out wide to a teammate. Long kick down to Dominic Grant. Couldn't take the mark. Vallejo did well. Clears a bit of space. Has the shot on goal. And misses to the left-hand side. So Saints doing all the attacking. Nick, 2-1-13. Wanderers yet to score. Almost 8 minutes down here.
Yeah, 5 inside 50s to 1 at the moment.
That's a good little chip to work their way out of defence, the Eagles. Lots of movement. Just about picking the right option now. Umpire asks defender to play on. Goes out wide. Good handballs for the Eagles. Tane Bake had to go back and get it after missing a target. Charlie Frank with ball in hand. Long kick downfield. Kyrese lower over the footy. Close to the boundary line. He's dived on it. They've dived on him. Very fortunate. The umpire says, I will have it. And they'll ball it up deep in that left forward pocket for the Eagles.
Yeah, Zachary Roberts a couple of times then played the man instead of the ball. He missed the handball, and they were off there, but he was too concentrated on the player rather than watching where the ball was going.
Charlie Arthur grabbing the footy, and then he's dumped over the boundary line. Saints defence being tested for the first time here this evening. Flat throw in. Faulkner goes for it, just takes it out of the contest. Tried to handball to Lant, missed the target. Ball comes to him anyway. Steps through. Now a long kick out wide. Looking out here for Dewsbury. Slips over. Can't do that in this weather. Kick comes into the corridor. Faulkner over the footy. Couldn't gather. Coming through strongly is Billy Shanks. Kicks on goal and puts it through. Good endeavour there by the Eagles, and well done by Billy Shanks on his left boot. Puts that straight through with the low grubber on the goal square. So Wanderers on the board. 1 straight 6. St Mary's 2-1-13. 9 minutes down in the first quarter.
Here's watch the replay here. Tried to swing him around and did one in the tackle and just managed to get his boot to it, and it's bounced through for a goal. And as you said, the first one on the board for the Wanderers. There's a couple of other games on today. Early on today, Southern Districts defeated Darwin Buffaloes by 37 points. And in a swimming pool in the rain, Waratah defeated Palmerston Magpies by 9 points. And there's a game going on right now across the road at DXC Arena. Pint taking on the Tiwi Bombers. We'll have a look at that one later on.
Faulkner, this time up against Kane Cox. Good tackling by the Saints midfielders on that occasion. Just holding the ball up in the middle. Cox and Faulkner to go at it again. Oh, Jack Land, I thought he might have dropped the knees a bit there, but he's won himself a free kick. Kicks the ball out into space, looking out there for Connor West. West playing on Brenton Motlop. West grabbing hold of the footy, keeps the ball in play. Patterson got a touch to it. Vallejo tried to paddle it to his own advantage. Ball in the goal square. The Eagles' defence go to work. The ball's still in. They've conceded the behind. They have. So another point on the board here for St Mary's. Ball brought towards the Morris Realty grandstand side. Faulkner and Kane Cox up. Dylan Lant with his first touch. Cody Leggett away on centre wing. Long kick. Bull-chested attacking that ball. Lockie flag. Taken by Josh Wirchin. Got a handball away. Robinson. Got it to Davies. To Ben Rioli. Stripped of the footy. Play on, says the umpire. Taken by Robertson. High up and under to centre half forward. Just socket forward by Dylan Land into space. Patterson. Good pick up. 3-1 out there, Wanderers. The little soccer inboard was to Nate Paredes. He picks up the footy, snaps on goal and hits the post. The inside of the left goal post was almost there. Another score on the board. 2-3-15 plays 1 straight 6. Kick-in's a good one. Cody Leggett couldn't quite take it. Brock Lant held the ball in, goes to Dominic Grant, loses the footy in the tackle. Connor West kicks on goal and sockered through on the line by Patterson. Chose not to let it go. Patterson soccers it through. He's kicked 3.
That was his third, and he's put that one through like a full, like a centre forward in soccer. It just bounced across the square for him, but he's put it through. He's gave him a pat on the back to say sorry to steal that goal off you, but he got, as I said, 7 against Tiwi. He only had 1 and 2, but again, we're going to see a bit of this today. That was outstanding work by Brock Land to put his body on the line there, and just bounced out well for him. Connor West knocks it across and in the back of the net.
Could have let that go. He could have let that go.
Yeah, he was a full forward.
He's not going to let it go.
He's not going to let them go. As I said, the one thing I wanted to see tonight was the way they used Luke Patterson, because I was critical, not for either 80-point win, but the way they used him last week. They just basically went around him. So I think they must have had a few words as well, because they pinned him out a couple of times tonight.
Wanderers, can they take this ball out of the middle here? Almost. Paredes after it. Keeps his body over the footy. Handball into space. Goes to Dewsbury. Picks that one up on centre wing. Tries to break the tackle. Handball. Couldn't find the target. Slapped away there by Hamish McRae. And a boundary throw in right on centre wing. Difficult conditions here, but certainly not as difficult as they were earlier today. Ball tapped down to Leggett. Clears a space. Handball up there to Poole. Numbers around the footy favouring St Mary's. Out to Paridi. Smithson will be there first. Got a little handball away. Amory now with the kick up into attacking 50. Fantastic pickup from Patterson. Got it to Jack Land. He gets the handball away, or does he? Held, says the umpire, so it's going to be a ball up.
I don't know if I missed any. I don't think we've had a free kick in this game. It's all been umpires coming to ball it up, which is probably understandable in these sort of conditions.
Tyler Phillips wins that one
There's
down. And Nick, you asked for it. There it is.
That's the first free of the game.
First free kick. Now, the Eagles. It's a long kick. Jacob Long hangs back, and the ball pushed out over the boundary line there by Charlie Frank for the Eagles. They'll reset again, as they will do many times throughout this game, for a boundary throw-in, I expect. Not a lot of footy through the middle of the ground. Very difficult to be clean.
Yeah, absolutely. And certainly also on this grandstand side, it's the one that holds the water more than the far side.
Ball comes out to Dewsbury, goes on the left boot. Attacking it there was Leggett, couldn't take clean possession. Rockland over the footy, taken in the tackle. And again, another ball up. So it's going to be a game of ball ups and boundary throw-ins. One down by the Eagles. Amory got rid of his opponent by having him fall over the top of him. Thumped away there by the Eagles defence. Faulkner in good position, couldn't take the footy. Paredes had it, tackled, brought to ground. And again, we'll have a ball up at right half forward here for St Mary's. Tyler Phillips looking exhausted already. 15 minutes into the first quarter. Dewsbury cleared a space for himself. Couldn't quite get a kick away. Paredes, just somehow he gets there. Got a little toe poke away. Handball into space. Davies laid a tackle. Handball to Lant. Got a kick away, Yaron. Spent it before he had it. Now laying the tackle on Poole. Ball almost socket through, and again the minor score. 3-4-22 plays one straight 6. Perhaps a better way to look at it, Nick, 7 scoring shots to 1.
Yeah, it's 10 inside 50s to 3.
So Wanderers, can they bring it out? Not if they handball straight to Patterson. Patterson goes the snap, it's curling. No, it's not. Heavy wet ball, gone straight through for the minor score. So 3-5 already, St Mary's. Wanderers just struggling to get it past centre.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to get a curl back in that position with the Michael Long centre of the grandstand with the wind coming through the middle there.
Another kick to be cut off here. Ronnie Conlon with the fists on the footy. Wanderers couldn't really make the most of it. Handball from Smithson to Lant. Up towards Yaron. 3-4 onto 1. Goes into space. Goes to Lant. Snaps on the footy and puts that one through for their 4th goal. 16.5 down St Mary's. 9 scoring shots to 1. 4-5-29 plays one straight 6.
Yeah, Jack Lant's made a career out of picking those up and putting them in from those sort of angles. On a dry condition on a wet day, you can see already he's been at the bottom of a few packs, and certainly we'll take that one as we're watching the replay. Just dropped out of Yaron. Yaron knew where he was, and he was just out there all by himself, and he said, "Thank you very much, I'll have that."
Yes, if you've got 4 defenders around 1 forward, there's got to be some other forwards in the clear, don't there?
Yeah, just know he's going to be out there somewhere as well.
So St Mary's playing some smart footy. The endeavour's been there from the Eagles. They're just finding it very difficult to move it past the centre. Tossed high, one down by Faulkner. Leggett followed up again. Socket away, and kicking in danger is the call. And for the abuse, or the questioning, I should say, a 50-metre penalty. So Smithson with an opportunity here. In person, Cody Leggett will be the man on the mark. 48 from goal. So Smithson, does he have the distance with a heavy footy? Starks out to the right, long kick on the way, bit of shepherding on the line, and touched on the line by the Eagles defence. Well done. Coach will be happy with that effort.
And I'm not surprised Wanderers are having any problems. St Mary's are 100 points better than any other side for scores against them this season. Their defence is, they're sitting on 160.4, and they're sitting in 4th on the ladder. So it shows you how well the defence has been this season, and the Wanderers are going to do it tough with considering they're scoring 484 points for the season. So they've got their work made out to get past this St Mary's defensive side.
So Wanderers brought the footy to the Morris Rioli grandstand side. Boundary throw-in's a good one. Connor West at it. It's one soccer, two soccers, and a free kick given. Free kick is going to go to the Eagles.
Didn't see what for. Must be something off the ball. Off the ball.
Oh, have to be forgiven in these conditions. It was a poor kick, but it's very difficult. Ball up towards attacking 50 now. Just socket ahead nicely by Sonny Smiler. Picks it up like it's a dry day. Tackle laid. Does he get rid of the footy? No, he doesn't. Kyrese Lower is going to win himself a free kick here. Was a fantastic pick-up from the young man. Just couldn't quite get rid of the footy. Lower goes down the line. Leggett just taps it down in front of himself. West over the footy. Farms out a handball. That was brilliant. Pick-up from Tyson Kent was good. Moves it forward to Dominic Grant. Into the middle of the ground. He heard the voice on the run is Connor West. Just strides through the congestion beautifully. Dylan Lant on the left boot up into space. Paredes on the run. So too Patterson. Patterson goes to ground. Attacking the footy, Tom Morgan. Gets it out of the danger area towards the boundary line. First player there, Brock Lant. Has it gone over? There's no call. Back in towards Patterson. Can't take the mark. Paredes there again. And the umpire says, I will have it. Paredes looking for a free kick for a high tackle. Ball up. Umpire balls it up quickly. 25 out from the Saints goal. Paredes taking it again. No mark. Still in a danger position here, the Eagles. Nick Yarran locking in the tackle. Ball comes out. Free kick paid. So Yarran with an opportunity here to put the 5th goal on the board for the green and gold.
Yeah, just laid down on top of him, then didn't give him a chance to get away with the ball. But it's amazing that those players, that West, Lant, Dylan Lant, Yarran and Paredes just do so much damage up front for St Mary's, and they've been in this one. Certainly Paredes and Yarran have been right in this game.
Yarran with the kick on goal. He's made the umpire work, but he's put it through. So Yarran kicks his first for the evening. St Mary's kicked their 5th. 5-6-36 to Wanderers, 1 straight 6. 21 minutes gone in this first quarter. Yeah,
30-point leaders. Watch the replay here. It's got him for going over the ball, and he's got him for holding the ball there.
Sure has.
Yeah, he didn't make much effort at all, really, to get it out in these conditions, and he did dive on and pull it under. And once you do that, you can usually be gone.
And you got to make the effort straight away.
Yeah,
which he didn't. You could see he thought he was in a bit of danger and started moving a bit, but.
Yeah, there wasn't much argument once he got pinged. So 30-point lead, 21 minutes well into time on. You have a couple of minutes to go in this quarter.
Faulkner up against Phillips, straight down to West. Tackle laid, drops the ball. Gee, should have been a free kick there to the Eagles. Umpire on the wrong side to make that call. And now we'll ball it up. So Cody Leggett certainly putting in the effort for his team. Faulkner up high, Phillips winning it down. Clee with the quick clearance from the middle. Up to attacking 50. Wrestling away there, Charlie Frank. Coming through strongly was Billy Shanks, their only goal kicker. Sonny Smiler tried to get a touch on it. Charlie Arthur's in there. Saints defence having to work for the first time in a long time. Holding up the footy here, and the umpire will take it. Right forward pocket. Quarter time not far away, I would expect. Ruck contest here. Kane Cox to go for it, and the ball kicked away. So the free kick here will go to the Wanderers captain in Matthew Modlock.
Yeah, I think the two ruckmen just...
Shepherd.
Yeah, it must have been, because the two ruckmen just basically got themselves tangled up and it hit him on the foot. But there must have been a Shepherd off the ball.
So Matthew Modlock, opportunity here. Having a bit of a chat there with Jack Land as he comes in to have his kick on goal. 25 metres out, kicks and misses to the left-hand side. Well, that would have been a good goal for the Eagles. Saints on the move. Handball on the up to Jacob Long. Kicks out wide. Zach Robinson can't take the grab and the ball out of bounds, but immediately up to centre wing for the next boundary throw-in.
Yeah, and you said he was having a chat to Jack Lamb before. That's very unheard of for Jack to say a few words out there. He's usually somewhere amongst it all.
Yes.
29-point lead for St Mary's.
Faulkner up against Phillips. Exactly as they started this quarter. Boundary throw-in favouring Phillips. Ball comes to Leggett. Big bomb up into attacking 50. No mark. Good handball came in from Motlop. Pressure's on. And the ball pushed towards the boundary line. Just that back six for St Mary's, pretty tight. Killing the contest there and seeing it over for another boundary throw-in. Well done there. Tyson Kent again hard at the footy. Lights ablaze here at TIO Stadium. Faulkner and Phillips going out again. Phillips again winning it down. He's such a good ruckman. Handball on the clear. Out to Leggett. Goes with the outside of the right boot. And as the siren sounds, it bounces, hits the behind post. And there will be no score. So quarter time here at TIO Stadium. Yeah, 29-point lead to St Mary's. You're watching AFLNT's coverage of the 25-26 TIO NTFL season live on NT News and Community TV. We'll be back shortly with the second quarter.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this thing. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back, up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
Top End Footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of Territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Go! They're in the front!
This is our game, our way. Top End Footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome back to AFL-NT's coverage of the 25-26 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League Round 14 clash from TIO Stadium. Wanderers versus St Mary's. I'm Nick Danks, my commentary partner this evening, Dom McCormack. And Dom, St Mary's looked outstanding.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? Luke Patterson, incredibly, 3 goals in the first quarter. 2 of them Sockers, one of them stolen from Connor West. But he did what he needed to do. Kept in front, kept his man, goal side of him, and just did it beautifully when Saints got it forward, and they handled the ball better than what the Eagles did, and their flow going forward was really positive.
So the young guys, with the smaller guys coming through in the Connor Wests and the Jack Lance, Dylan Lance, Yaron and Paredes, they just need the big guy in Patterson to get a few goals as they come into finals time. Just for his confidence, if nothing else, is that he got the big bag against Tiwi in round 3, but then since then it's been 1s and 2s, so it'd be nice to see him get a couple as they're heading in towards finals. Phillips
up in ruck against Faulkner, ball straight down to Connor West. Phillips butters up again and lays a good tackle. Ball cleared. Favour of the Eagles. That's a nice pick up. Again, just needing to handle cleanly. Davies throwing himself in there at the footy. Billy Shanks going by foot again, but missed the ball. That's almost a throw. Ball chipped inboard, cut off by Jack Lant. Coming through strongly, Cody Leggett. Taken in the tackle, ball spills, he's been pinged straight away. So the free kick to Zach Robinson. Enterprising play there from the Eagles, just unable to handle the footy cleanly, and that has been the difference. Kick not exactly directly to Ben Rioli there, but he makes it look good. Pops it up into the middle of the ground. Just a lack of pressure there. Elijah Amory able to take that easily. Kicking up to Connor West. Brendan Motlop did really well to strip him of the footy. Runs into space. Now kicks to the fat side. No mark taken. On the chase now for the Eagles. Thomas Worthley. And out there at the boundary. Picks up the footy well. Takes the tackle. Gets the ball out of bounds. Looked dangerous when Connor West had it in hand there, but Worthley able to just kill that footy.
He had a few opportunities coming a bit more inboard there than going across the face.
Phillips just out-bodied there. Ball comes to Jack Lant. Tries to get away from 1 tackle, 2 tackles. I don't know how he got rid of that, but Zach Robinson now has the footy. Pops it up. Nick Yaron tried to go for the grab. Patterson tries to keep the footy in. Can't do so. Boundary throw in left forward pocket. Players setting themselves here. Interesting to see how Wanderers set up. Matthew Motlop trying to create a loose. Zach Robinson going off the ground. Couldn't do so. Jack Lant with the footy. Goes on that left boot. Almost as good as his right. Ball thumped into the corridor. Almost the soccer. Paredes gathers. Still couldn't soccer it through. And Paredes is asking the question. And the umpire just having a chat here now with the goal umpire. Paredes arguing his case that the footy went through as a goal. Now they're going to stick with their call as a point. So Wanderers with ball in hand through Morgan. We'll bring this ball back into play. Saints move to 5-7. The Eagles 1-1. So Tom Morgan, long kick out wide, looking for Leggett. Out-bodied hit opponent beautifully there. Kicks out wide. Zach Robinson and Motlop close to the boundary line, and again the ball over. Wanderers will be pretty happy with that, Nick. Cleared it all the way to centre wing there.
Yeah, this is the problem though, is this next squad in coming into 50s. It was 14 inside 50 to St Mary's to 7 for Wanderers in the first quarter. So far it's 2-0.
Faulkner and Phillips at it again. Neither could get a clean tap away. Lant starting to build here, racking up his possessions. Amory had it, lost it. Handball up to Xavier Vallejo. His first clear touch. Patterson lost his man, Tom Morgan, who fell over. And Luke Patterson now with an opportunity to go back and kick his 4th.
Yeah, he needs, this is the way that St Mary's are going to have to play coming into finals, and they start playing those bigger sides in Southern Districts and Nightcliff Tigers, and it'd be great to get him into some form.
So Patterson here has had a good duel with Tom Morgan, who hasn't done a lot wrong. Just fell over on that occasion.
Left-hand post here, and come back with this fairly decent breeze.
Patterson on the approach. Kick on its way. Looks good off the boot. Straight through the middle. Luke Patterson, he kicks Saints first of this second quarter. Kicks his 4th for the game. They move on to 6-7-43, leading Wanderers 1-1-7, almost 4.5 gone in the first quarter.
And AFL NT has a return of representative football for the first time ever. Fans will experience NTFL All-Star Saturday. Looking forward to this one. A full day celebrating some of Territory's best football talent. Leading the men's sides, Ryan Ayres leads the Heat and Lee Crosby will lead the Spears. And leading the women's sides, Erica Rowe coaches the Spears and Shannon Miller takes control of the Heat. Sides will be announced early next week for the 24th of January here at TIO Stadium for the return of representative football, our All-Star weekend. It's going to be a beauty, All-Star Saturday.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, 4 big games, and we'll be here for those ones, and be a great one to come along. So tickets now available.
Back into the middle here, Thomas Faulkner again up against Tyler Phillips. Phillips has a really good season for the Eagles. Tap that one forward, only 2. Faulkner. Chain of handballs ends up with Lant. His kick was smothered there by Billy Shanks, who did really well. Goes off the ground again under pressure. Handball comes to Shanks. Now to Leggett. Long looping handball. And here's where it breaks down. Davies had it, lost it. Goes back to Josh Wirchin. Has his shot at goal and misses to the near side. Rare opportunity, Nick. They've got to make the most of those when they get them.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got inside 50 now in total of 8 times for 1 goal.
So Jacob Long with ball in hand. Little chip. Finds his partner in crime. Another chip over the top. Now they go by hand. Saints working the ball nicely out of defence. Eagles come at it now through Tane Bake. Motlop over the footy. Kicking it away there for Saints is Riley Conlon. High up and under, comes off hands. Patterson had the footy. Slaps it away from his teammate. Soccer off the ground goes to Jack Lant. Low ball to Nick Yarron. Tries to step through a tackle, succeeds, gets away from the second. Pops it up. Connor West in the corridor and in the clear takes the mark.
Yeah, Connor West was there by himself for about 30 seconds and looked up and saw him standing there with his arms up and just popped it over the top to him. And again, St Mary's looking good going forward. Played a great game last week, Connor West, and has done really well early here today as well.
It's one of their key ball users is Connor West, and if you get your midfielders kicking goals, it's an added bonus. And there's the bonus. He kicks the goal as Connor West. That's his first for the evening. St Mary's, they move on to 7-7-49. Wanderers 1-2-8, 7 minutes down here in the second quarter.
And amazingly, only his second goal for the season. He did score one in round 10 against Southern Districts, and that's only his second goal for the season.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you think of that, he's such a quality player, works so hard forward and back.
Yeah.
Well, he made the most of it.
He kicked it like somebody who doesn't kick a lot of goals. He didn't kick right through it and pushed it in, but it's in the back, and he'll be happy with that.
There he is having a bit of quiet time on the bench. Very good running player. Gets a chance to thank Nick Yarron.
That's right. When you kick 3 goals, you remember a ball as well, so that helps.
Up high, Faulkner got a little touch on it. Out of the middle there, Dylan Lant. They're wearing him like a glove. Paredes, he gets another kick. He's been terrific so far. And the defence just thumped that one away. Thought there was an opportunity there to take the mark, but safety first was the call. Ball thumped away there by Isaac Eastick. Boundary throw in, 25 around from Saints goal. Kicking to the airport end in this second quarter. Do have the advantage of the slight breeze that is there. Leggett gets a quick kick away. Handballs end up with Clee. Ben Rioli shepherding his opponent away, allowed Zach Robinson to get hold of the footy. High up and under. Cody Leggett's there, puts on good pressure. Close to the boundary line. Attacking the footy well was Reece Holmberg. Again, a boundary throw-in.
Yeah, and he had one thought there. Let's get this over the boundary line. He did it well, and with the benefit of a wet ground, he's just slid straight through that one.
Kane Cox up in ruck for Wanderers. Sliding in there was Paredes, taken in the tackle. Looking for the free, didn't get it. Not happy. Faulkner Little tap straight down to his bootlaces and then lays the tackle. Having to work hard are the ruckman. Rotating through. Kane Cox again up against Faulkner. Paredes just soccers that one this time. Doesn't worry about trying to pick it up. Dominic Grant hard at the footy. Taps it to the advantage of Lant initially, then goes back and snaps the goal. Good Shepherd on the goal line. That came from Riley Conlon, and Dominic Grant kicks Saints 8th. 8-7, 55 points, plays 1-2-8, almost 10 minutes gone here in the second quarter. I thought he was tapping that one to Dylan Lant there, but no, it was to his own advantage.
He's put that one through.
Put it straight through.
As we're watching the replay here, just a nice pickup. You're right, I thought he was saying Dylan. Yeah. You're right, I thought he'd kick the goal. If you missed the goal from there, there's a bit of a conversation later, but he's tapped that one through. So a win tonight puts St Mary's up into third place because Nightcliff have the bye. St Mary's had one less bye, so this is their, they'll play all the way through. So this will put them up into third place, on the ladder with a win tonight.
Faulkner and Phillips go at it again there in the middle. In fact, it's Kane Cox who's now laying the tackle. Ball comes out, Cox gets hold of it, well done. Left foot kick. Davies is going to receive the push. Gee, it was the gentlest of pushes. Another one of their solid defenders is Davies. Going to come out wide, looking for Smithson. Got a little toe poke on it. Fallen for Wilkes. Handball goes backwards. Grant to lay the tackle. Again, just that relentless pressure coming from Saints. Their midfield splits so quickly and just chases the Eagles' midfield as they move through. No ruckman can really get to the footy. Kane Cox somehow got a hand in there and got it away. Close to the boundary, Saints keeping it in. Smithson with the handball. Ball comes to Vallejo, handled it cleanly momentarily. Leg it over the footy, shoved away. Goes to Paredes, gets a kick away, goes to Brockland, strides his way through, onto the left boot, gets a kick to Xavier Vallejo, who takes the mark. Was that 15, Nick?
About 15 feet. Even Vallejo was shocked that he got paid the mark there. So
he was ready to move. That's
he
for
was.
Sure.
He definitely was ready to move. That was not. But as I said earlier, just keep knocking the ball forward in these conditions, and luck will go your way. And that's exactly what happened there.
That's what they did, didn't they? Just kept moving the footy forward. Vallejo, he has been a goal kicker of recent times. He's made the distance. Is it accurate enough? It is. Straight through the middle for Xavier Vallejo. And he keeps his recent run of goal-kicking form going, which will please the coaching staff and his teammates no end here. I thought he struggled somewhat in the first stages of this season, but in the last few weeks, he's really hit the scoreboard. Become a very important running player and goal-kicking player. Here it is, and Paredes just keeping the ball moving forward, Nick, as you talked about, and Brock Lant again, just here it is. There is no way that is 15 metres.
So you're right. Up until round 10, he kicked 2 goals for the season. And in the last couple of rounds, he kicked 4 against Tigers in round 11 in an absolute outstanding day.
Yeah.
Didn't get much against Palmerston, but then got 3 against the Tiwi Bombers last week, and now he's got his first one today. So good time to come into form, coming into finals.
Cody Leggett breaking his way through the midfield here. Kicks out wide to Sonny Smiler. Went the tap. Kyrese Lower picked it up. Sonny Smiler lays the tackle. Perhaps the result would have been the same, but Smiler needs to go through and just grab that footy. Ball tossed high. One down by Phillips. Handball comes out. Smithson over the footy. Gets it out to West on the move. Again, just keeping it moving forward. Socket forward again, as far as they would have liked through Dewsbury. Over the footy, and tackle laid. The umpire calls for it again. Ball up just forward of centre. Phillips up against Conlon. The Eagles kick it forward. Over the footy here is Flag. Kick sideways. Mark paid. Jacob Long, a little bit of fancy footwork. Good pressures coming from the Eagles here. Turnover was for a moment only. Dylan Land again confronted. They're putting so much pressure on Dylan Land, who's been such a dangerous player lately. What a mark that is from Nick Yarron. Great courage, straight at the footy, took it on his chest. Now kicks sideways, goes to Dewsbury, taking the mark on centre wing. Saints building again. Steady play, goes into the middle. Finds Riley Conlon. Goes sideways, another good kick from the lanky ruckman. Wow, that's an accidental kick into the forward 50, that one. And the mark taken by Brock Lant with the man on the mark 45 metres from goal, directly in front.
The breeze be coming straight over his right shoulder here, so he can just push this one just slightly to the left. It should go straight through. Distance might be a bit of a problem with this heavy ball. But he seems pretty confident. He's taking the big run up.
So Brock Lant wearing the number 10. Crosses 50. Low trajectory kick off to the side. Parides in a contest and the ball tapped over for a boundary throw-in. So Nick Saints get another opportunity here with the boundary throw-in.
Yeah, they do. That just proved how far. It was just outside of Brock's distance there. That's what happens when you either shank it to the left or you push it all the way to the right. And he pushed it to the right. He probably needed to be 5 or 6 metres closer in, and certainly with a wet ball, that was going to be difficult. Yeah, difficult conditions for all players here this evening. Ball tossed in. Tyler Phillips finds himself in front. Ball comes to Lant. There's that turn of pace from the captain. High up and under towards the goal square. Dominic Grant underneath it. Xavier Vallejo was right there. The ball's bounced through for a point. And we've lost a football somewhere because there's normally a spare one behind the goals, but that's not there. There's one at the other end, but not that end.
Yeah. Wrapped up in the net, I think the second one might be. 9-8-62 plays 1-2-8, almost 16 minutes gone here. 17 scoring shots to 3. So Saints well and truly dominating here. Long kick straight to Nate Parides, who takes that on the chest. Not his best kick. Beautiful pick up from Matthew Motlop. Handballs backwards to Phillips. Wanderers trying to work their way through the middle, and they do it beautifully. On the run, on the move on the outside, Josh Wirchin. Out wide to Sonny Smiler, who's left his opponent and Kyrie's lower behind. Soon catches up though, the bigger player takes hold of the footy close to the boundary line, gets a handball away to Ben Rioli, working in close, receives the footy back, goes to lower, finds his teammate again. Wanderers pressure's good. Handball back inboard here to Billy Shanks, into the pocket. Attacking the footy here is the ruckman in Kane Cox. Got it to Shanks and takes the grab. Well worked by the Eagles. In fact, they're calling it's going to come back for a boundary throw in.
Yeah, it's happened that sort of day.
Well, that was brilliant play by the Eagles. Disappointing not to be rewarded there. The late call for the boundary throw in. So 25 metres around. The right forward pocket here, boundary throw in. Still get an opportunity. Kane Cox up against Riley Conlon. Davies takes it, goes to Jack Land, who's handball straight over the boundary line. And that is given as deliberate, as it should.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. There's no point arguing, Jack. All they do is square you up in front of goals.
Ball's kick to Cody Leggett. Tackle, drops the footy straight away. And Parides called to play on, although he tried to stop when he heard the whistle.
Yeah.
Ball slapped away. Comes to Wirchin. Picked up by Robinson. Grant. Vallejo tried to soccer it away. Grant picked it up the second time. Did really well. Now kicks it into the middle. Lant on the chase. That's Brock. Can he get there? He can't. Not cleanly. And the taking out of the knees there by Amory, and the free kick goes to the Eagles. Running hard onto it, Hamish McRae. Gets it to Matthew Motlop nicely. And he just tries to steady play down. Kicks out wide. Ball dropped. Saints with an opportunity. Handball to Dominic Grant is cut off. Dylan Lant with a little chip on the right boot. Goes to Yarron. Handball again to Lant. Patterson. Kick on the right boot is good. Patterson's there. Takes the mark. Dylan Lant so good on that right boot, did not blast away, just popped it up perfectly for Patterson, and has an opportunity here to kick at his 5th.
That's different from what they were doing last week. Last week they were just going over the top of Patterson and shooting for goal there, although with wet ball did make that one drop a bit shorter.
Goes the snap on the left boot, and he caresses that one through magnificently, does Luke Patterson. No easy task with a wet ball. And here we are, 19 minutes down in the second quarter, and Luke Patterson has his 5th on the board. 3 in the first, 2 in the second.
And 10-goal lead, now 60-point lead to St Mary's with about 3 or 4 minutes left to go until half-time. And just hoping that this one, the Wanderers try and stick in this one. Also going to pull out to a big advantage, even not so much already. But as we watch the replay here, he just took his time. As I said, the one thing I wanted to see out of today was Patterson get some confidence, and 5 goals before half-time certainly will do that.
Brilliant kick on the left boot. Just positioned the ball nicely. Back in the middle, Faulkner hit him on the back. Phillips, in fact, it's Kane Cox working so hard in there. Oh, tackle laid, high tackle it was too. And the umpire calls for it. Josh Wirchin comes up a little bit worse for wear. Cox up against Faulkner. Cox taps it towards Leggett, stolen by Paredes. Yaron, lovely tap to Amory. Amory the high up and under. Dominic Grant underneath it. Can't take the grab. Thumped away beautifully there by Isaac Eastick. The defender doing exactly what he needed to do.
Still got plenty of numbers around the ball. St Mary's.
Players setting themselves here. Just ticking into time on. Patterson going up in the ruck contest. Amory picking up, going to Yaron. Yaron's kick smothered. Patterson thumping that one back into the corridor. A dangerous spot. Smithson, brilliant pickup. Land, second attempt. Now got it. Gets a kick away. Leggett had it. Managed to top it down to Tom Morgan. Did well. Kick goes to Zach Robinson. Has a teammate in the clear. Decides not to go there yet. Now looks to kick long. Target is Dominic Grant out the back. Takes the ball. 2 grabs. He was in the clear. Zach Robinson did beautifully there, Nick, just to wait for a moment and see who was closest to goal in the clear, and his kick was spot on.
Yeah, took a nice grab overhead with this conditions as we've well into time on here in the second quarter.
So Dominic Grant, he's got an opportunity here to kick a goal. And he just pushes that one to the right-hand side. So a minor score, 10-10-70, plays 1-2-8, almost 22 minutes gone. The Eagles bring the footy back into play. That's dangerous, a poor kick. Saints with numbers around the footy, little chip. Xavier Vallejo just had to get around the umpire and take the mark.
Yeah, the dreaded 7-point play here, hopefully for, well, the St Mary's would think it would be now.
Xavier Vallejo is kick 1. Opportunity now to kick his second. Has a smile on his face. Kick on its way, and he makes no mistake with that one to Xavier Vallejo. Kicks his second for the night, and the second in this quarter. They're just keeping that scoreboard ticking along. Pressure constantly. 11-9-75 plays 1-2-8, almost 23 minutes gone, second quarter.
Yeah, 67-point lead now. Just a poor kick in there, and just all numbers, 3-4 St Mary's players.
Kick came off the side of the boot, but when you've got numbers clear, works for you. Just enhancing his reputation here as a goal-kicking small forward. Does a lot of hard work, but kicking the goals recently makes a huge difference. Playing on Isaac Poole, who's got his work cut out for him. Wanderers get the first kick out from the middle. Ball goes to Tane Baker's called to play on. Comes to the back. Handballing away was flag. Ball comes to Paredes. Taken high in the tackle. Gets the ball to Faulkner. Just can't quite hang on to it. Soccers it out wide. Wanderers will take the free kick there. Tackle without the footy. Isaac Eastick got himself over the footy. Now kicks out wide. Makes his teammate in Morgan run for the footy. Misses it. Cleaned up by Smithson. Got a handball away. Yaron in. Taken down by a really good tackle. I think Wirchin it was out there. Managed to hold that up beautifully. Tyler Phillips slaps that one away. Wanderers with the advantage. Kick comes away through Sam Berry. Up towards the boundary line. And another boundary throw in. Wanderers just can't get any flow, Nick. No flow whatsoever in their play going forward.
St Mary's are playing defence right across the ground. 67-point lead now at half-time. You're watching AFLNT's coverage of the 25-26 TIO NTFL season live on NT News and Community TV. We're back shortly with the second half.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
Top End Footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of Territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Go! They're into front!
This is our game, our way. Top End Footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome back to AFLNT's coverage of the 25-26 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League Round 14 clash from TIO Stadium. This evening, St Mary's taking on Wanderers. My name's Nick Danks, my commentary partner this afternoon or this evening, Dom McCormack. And Dom, a big first half there from St Mary's. Have a look at a couple of the highlights before we get back into it.
Yeah, here you go, Nick. There's been some really good performances. Wanderers have been hard at it, but Luke Patterson here has kicked 5 goals, 3 in the first quarter, 2 in the second. One would say that one might have been a bit lucky, but he's worked really hard, used the ball well. Nate Paredes has been in great form, hasn't he? Picking up lots of possessions.
And speaking of luck, here he was again, kicking his second one after about 3 minutes. They scored that, and he'll take that every day of the week. And amazingly, that wasn't the closest one he kicked the goal. This was the only goal kicked from Billy Shanks for Wanderers in that quarter, and that was about 4 or 5 minutes into it. And at that stage, it was only 13 points difference. And they looked pretty right there. They were right into this game, but then all of a sudden, St Mary's did what St Mary's do. And this was one here, outstanding attack on the ball there by Brock Lant. And coming up is the goal that's even closer to the one he got off the other one as he pinches it off the line. And must have done some round ball football when he was younger.
Yeah, nice smile back there to Connor West, but I'm sure he'll forgive him for that. The Saints have just been, I think, cleaner with the footy. They probably had more numbers around the footy, and then they've just used it better, and they've had system when they've gone forward. Yeah,
and there was a simple one there for Jack Lant. His bread and butter football, that is picking up going across the goal. Pretty nice free kick, I suppose. We did talk about that at the time, that the letter of the law it was, and put that one through for the next one. Of course, 11 goals on the board here for St Mary's in the first half.
Yeah, they've had a lot of opportunities and they've made the most of them. Wanderers have had it down there, but at times when they've had their opportunities, such as this one here, they have not kicked goals when they should. We see Luke Patterson again. This is after he took a nice mark after some good lead-up work. Another goal on the board for him. Nick Yarron, he's been serviceable, hasn't been flashy as such, but has just done what's needed to be done. Connor West, after dishing off a few and missing out on one occasion, was able to butter up and kick a goal here on this occasion himself. But it's been players like that, hasn't it? Running through the midfield, Connor West, your Nick Yarron, Nate Paredes we see there on screen. Dominic Grant has kicked a goal. Those runners, the ones who use the ball and use them well, they're the ones.
Yeah, just amazing. They're the players for St Mary's that I wanted to see. But, of course, at the beginning of the day, we did say Luke Patterson was the one we wanted to keep an eye on. And 5 goals from him is a big day out, and a couple more would be finishing it off. The difference is this week is they were looking for him. There's our 15-foot pass that that even Xavier Alajo didn't think went as far enough, but he's taken that goal, and then he gets another one not long after this. But it was a bit of possession, as you can see here in the highlights.
Just haven't had too many answers. Tyler Phillips there for Wanderers competing in that contest. Nick Yarron taking the mark, but Tyler Phillips have been pretty good in the ruck contest. He's been in good form for most of the season for the Eagles, but just not enough, Nick, really. You know, he's been one out in the middle, a little bit of relief from Kane Cox, but the Eagles, you can see a few of them smiling and that there, but they've just been outplayed by a really classy St Mary's outfit.
And some other games this round. Southern Districts earlier on today defeated the Darwin Buffaloes by 37 points. Buffs were right in that one until the final quarter, and then Southern Districts just turned on the power. In the swimming pool in the wet, the Waratah defeated Palmerston Magpies by 9 points. That game could have gone either way, the way the conditions were. And across the road at DXC Arena, Pint currently in control over Tiwi Bombers.
Yeah, Lucas Gray, the difference for Waratahs, kicked 4 goals to put any chances of the Palmerston Magpies winning their second game in a row to an end.
31 inside 50s to 10 currently in this game, which he probably explains the 67-point difference. It was 29 points in favour of St Mary's at quarter time and 67 at half time. And it's going to be very interesting to see what Wanderers do in the next 15 minutes or so.
I think Saints are setting themselves for a really comprehensive victory here. About to get underway now for the third quarter. Tyler Phillips up against Thomas Faulkner. Little handball comes out. Cody Leggett, who's been one of their good performers, gets a little touch on there. Dewsbury with the turnover, goes to Paredes. Little chip to Brock Lant. Taken down in a tackle there by Clee. Just holding him up professionally, I think, so that they can't get the run on going. Now kicks short, not his best. Morgan with the turnover. Kicks out wide. Gee, Daniel Clee won't have appreciated that. And push the ball out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. We've seen many of them. We're going to see many more.
Yeah, Brock Ladd wasn't really happy about that either. That's the ground just sort of gave away under his feet then.
Faulkner and Phillips at it again. Ball goes to the back of the pack, socket forward. Brilliant pick up there by Dylan Lant. Tries to soccer it away to the advantage of Yaron. Ball kept in momentarily and then out of bounds. So they'll set up again, 45 metres around from Saints' goal. Saints kicking to the Michael Long end in this third quarter. Wanderers to the airport end. Phillips. Now Leggett. Nice pick up from Wirchin. One grab, that's what they need. Clee had 2 cracks at it, couldn't get it. Land comes through strongly. Goes to Jacob Long, back to Dewsbury. Handball at the feet of his teammate there in flag. Paredes just gets it and kicks it quickly. He's been terrific. Matthew Motlop trying to steal the footy out the back. Saints just holding it up long enough.
Professionalism there from Jack Land. He knew holding it between his feet was going to get away with it.
Quick kick out comes from Billy Shanks, the only goal kicker for the Eagles. Ball punched away towards the boundary, and dare I say it again, across it goes for another throw-in.
Yeah, we had a lot of this in the first half. I think it's going to get more as the game goes on. And look at the weather earlier, and it still looks pretty okay. We might be able to get through this game without too much more, but I say that it'll start to rain, but it isn't looking too bad at the moment.
Yeah, steady down a bit. Certainly the ground's held up pretty well. Drained beautifully. Well done to AFL&T for preparation in that regard. Soccering off the ground there, Charlie Arthur. Gets it away to Charlie Frank, and a free kick. No, it's not. It's another boundary throw-in. Wanderers working hard here, just pushing it along the boundary line, pushing it further forward, trying to create another opportunity, which they've struggled to do. Phillips did nicely there, just holding his front position. Dewsbury crashing in, getting a handball away. Tackle laid there by Davies. Wanderers over the footy through Willis, now taken away by Davies. Up to the big man in Faulkner, got a quick kick away. Motlop, gee, handled that footy beautifully. Handball comes out to centre wing, quick kick away now. Go over the back, and again, another boundary throw-in. But each time I've said that, they've gained about 30 metres on each occasion. So now 45 or so out from goal now, left forward pocket for the Eagles. So working away really well here.
Yeah, but Wanderers just a hit and hope when they can knock it forward, where St Mary's are looking for targets, and of course they've just got some really good targets to aim for, which is handy. So just to need to lower the eyes a bit more, Wanderers.
Big man in Phillips, in he goes. Cody Leggett laying the tackle. Paredes in and under, and the umpire will take the footy to himself. Oh, I thought that was going to be a free kick. Well spotted by the umpire there too. In the ruck contest over the shoulder, and rightly so, Tyler Phillips taking that. We've seen him as a goal kicker for the Eagles as this season has marched on. So not only playing really well in the ruck, but he's kicked some very important goals for his team. So an opportunity here in the early stages of this third quarter, been a bit of a stalemate for 4 minutes. Can the Eagles be the first one to put a serious score on the board? Well, that kick certainly won't do it. Elijah Amory waits under the footy and takes an uncontested grab. Not what Phillips was looking for. Chips out wide. Jacob Long with the footy. Evades momentarily, clears a bit of space for Davies, and then Jacob Long in back play has won himself a free kick.
Yeah, a bit of amazing then. You'd be trying to beat 3 players, go through and drop the ball, and you get the free kick. So
I think he handballed that one away.
You reckon?
Got the handball away.
Okay. That's why we have 4 umpires.
Yeah, that's indeed. Oh, Brock Lant through the contest did well. Got the ball to Yaron. Nice little handball to Smithson. Suddenly a little bit of clear space. Morgan playing in front of Patterson. The high up and under. Oh, Brock Land crashing into Jack. Jack Land looking for a free kick there as his brother crashed into him. The ball out of bounds for another throw-in.
Basically, he's having a chat to the umpire. He doesn't do that very often, but umpire's talking to the boundary umpire to see if she'll throw it in. But yeah, Jack will watch that replay and realise that it was real friendly fire.
Yeah, yes. Very friendly, unfriendly fire. Didn't quite work. Here he is in the contest, somehow getting that footy away. Nice throw from Paredes there through the contest. McGregor up high, ball goes to the back of the pack. Worthley's out there. Tackle laid by Dylan Land, who we really have not called very much at all. He's going to get pinged. No, he's not. Gee, very fortunate there. So a ball up right on the paint of 50 here.
Yeah, with the 45 possessions that Dylan Land had last week, he's probably got a bit of leather poisoning, so he's stayed away. But you're right, he hasn't done much tonight, and but that's a bit of a worry for Wanderers if he starts getting some volume movement.
Dominic Grant moved his way through that pack there, suddenly got a handball away, taken by Wirchin. They move it forward. Underneath the footy was Tyson Kent, working hard for it. Poole. Lant with the long kick, and there's going to be a free kick downfield.
So it's probably going to Luke Patterson then, because it went straight over the top of his head, so they're going to move it downfield.
And he's played on quickly and gone straight to Jack Land. He knows how to get into a good position at the right time, doesn't he?
Yeah, if you're going to hand one off, you might hand off to one of the boys. And Jack's already got one tonight, of course, at this end when he snapped the one on the run.
Nice quick thinking there too from Luke Patterson. Didn't mess around holding the ball and trying to search around. Went straight to the first option. Here he comes. 35 metres out. Kick on its way. Wanderers had the first opportunity. Saints strike first in this third quarter. Jack Land kicks his second. And Saints kick their 12th overall at the 7.5 minute mark. It's taken them a long time to get there in this third quarter, but they move on a 12-9-81. Wanderers 1-2-8.
Yeah, it took a while in the first quarter as well, but again, a fabulous kick there from Jack Land. He's kicked a couple of goals at this ground. That's the second one at this end as well.
Such a powerful player, but also a very smart player, knowing just where to get the footy. Lining up against Matthew Modlock there, captain for the Eagles. Phillips lining up against Faulkner again in the middle. Phillips winning that down to Cody Leggett. Leggett laying it, getting a tackle from Jack Land. Dropped the footy. Again, the umpire blindsided, just on the wrong side of the play. Sonny Smiler with the footy, loses that to Connor West. He's lost the footy in the tackle. Play on, says the umpire. Dewsbury, little chip out wide to Xavier Vallejo. Good play. Moves it quickly. Not cleanly, but quickly. Zach Robinson. Nice handball to Paredes. The right boot kick and a good mark taken by Dylan Land. 45 metres out. He will have a ping and he will kick a goal, Dylan Land. Such a lethal left foot. He hits a scoreboard for the first time. Haven't seen much of him, but gee, when he gets the ball, knows how to use it.
Yeah, as I was saying, that could be the problem for Wanderers if he decides to have a 15 or 20 minute burst. This will be even nastier. And once he got the ball in that position, he's always going to take the opportunity and score, and did that, and put their 13th goal on the board.
Even getting a high five from his opponent there for the kick on the left boot. Yep.
He just 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, and thank you very much from that angle. And that's not the easiest part of the ground to score from, with the breeze coming across, and the goal umpire didn't even have to move and put that one through.
Heavy wet ball, slippery conditions, bang. Good goal on the left foot, which is his natural kicking foot, of course. Phillips working hard in the middle. Faulkner losing the footy. Jack Land with the quick kick out up towards half forward. Dylan Land in the action again. Wheels around onto that left boot. Takes 2 steps and kicks towards Josh Smithson. Kept his eye on the footy. Had it. Lost it. Little shuffle out towards Yaron. Back to Patterson. Threw that one away and is going to be called as well. Good call by the umpire to pick that one up.
Yeah, he did knock that one forward without clear possession.
Worthley. Gee, that's a very short chip.
Paying those today.
Josh Wirchin kicks out wide. Nice. Out to Reece Holmberg. been serviceable down back. Kicks down the line. Faulkner couldn't take it. Flag couldn't handle. Socket off the ground by Charlie Arthur. Close to the boundary, Tyson Kent sees that one over. And they're going to call for that as... Well, the Eagles are looking for deliberate, nothing doing. Boundary throw-in. 13-9-87 plays 1-2-8. Almost 11 minutes gone in this third quarter. Phillips with the tap out. Straight down there to Flag. Goes to Davies. On the second attempt, picks it up. Dewsbury struggling close to the boundary line. Buffered it out of the way, and then a bit of support coming from his teammate there in Lachlan Flag, seeing it over for the boundary throwing.
You've been hard going in this quarter.
Yeah, Wanderers have been at it strongly, haven't they? Man on man. Haven't shirked the contest by any means.
Yeah, I'm glad to see this. I didn't think they would put the cue in the wrap on, but I certainly did hope they didn't, and they certainly haven't. They've certainly kept St Mary's pretty honest in this quarter.
Smithson with the handball, up to Land, just kicks into space. Patterson hard at it, so too Morgan. Evades the two tacklers and did really well. Handball comes out to Worthley. That's a nice kick up to Cody Leggett. He won't let him down, he doesn't. Good grab from the key midfielder. Just steadying play here for the Eagles. Looking towards the middle, Connor West with a hand to it. Ball taken by Willis, got it away. Flag punches that one. Jacob Long got a touch on it. Comes down to Ryan Crisp. Kick to Amory, takes the mark. Into the middle, Connor West. Zach Robinson is on the run out wide. He goes further, finds Dylan Lant. Gee, hasn't he come into it in this quarter already? Tries to play on, was caught. Matthew Motlop evades the tackle. Gets a little chip away. Looking for George Wilkes. Kick smothered by Ben Rioli. He only had one thing to do, and that was charge the footy, and he did it beautifully. Goes to Amory. Needs to get rid of it by hand. He does. Connor West. Handball to Ben Rioli. A little bit of pace on the game. Kicks up to his teammate in Smithson. Goes the snap on goal and puts it through. Well, he curled that one around beautifully, did Josh Smithson. But he can thank Ben Rioli for his effort downfield. That was beautiful work.
Yeah, absolutely. Ben Rioli came through and cleared that one through. And there's good reward, though, for Smithson, who dropped a mark earlier on that would have probably got a goal for him. So he stayed in the game, and runners gone out and said well done to him, and he's put that one through. As we watched the replay, didn't go back. That was leg there, but the umpire called play on. Rioli following up from an outstanding smother and then just chipped it across. Big fella was pointed to the goals, and that's exactly where he put it.
The defender hesitated just for one moment, and he got the lucky bounce. So St Mary's extend their lead here. 14-9-93 plays 1-2-8. The Eagles' goal through Billy Shanks in the first quarter. 14 minutes down here in the third. A change in ruck contest here. Ryan Crisp up against Kane Cox and Dylan Lant. Another possession in this third quarter. On the right boot, kicking out wide, looking for Paredes. Tries to trap the footy. Handballs into the clear, goes to Brock Lant. Finds a teammate in Amory, goes to Xavier Vallejo, steps through traffic really nicely. Little kick is good, Brock Lant couldn't handle. Handball comes up now through to Conlon. Goes to Connor West, snaps on goal, and through for the minor score. So 14-10-94, plays 1-2-8. St Mary's after a slow start. Nika really pushing the ball forward in the latter stages of this quarter.
Yeah, an 86-point lead now, and could get even worse as the night goes on, and just, especially, as I said, with Dylan Lant, as you said, has found a way to get back in the game in the last 5 or 6 minutes or so.
Nice handball out wide from Billy Shanks. Finds a teammate there in Poole. On the move, McRae. And downfield free kick is given. Wanderers on the move. Little chip kick. Cut off there by Flag. Kick was meant for Brenton Motlop. Kyrese Lower takes possession. Goes to Amory. He's wrapped up in the tackle. And will take a free kick for a head high tackle.
Whenever they've been called on to do anything to St Mary's defence, they've been outstanding. Obviously, with 1 goal, 2 scored against them, but they've been very hard wall to break.
Ball out wide to Kyrese Lower, in fact to Dominic Grant, and he just marches that over the boundary line. Safety first in front of Billy Shanks. Billy Shanks looks like he's got a bit of a shiner there on the right eye, and he's had it from the start of the game, perhaps from last week's game. Ball tossed in, crisp. Gets that one down to Dylan Land. Away he goes on that left boot. Booming left foot kick. No mark taken. Patterson wrapping up his opponent there in Holmberg. Ball spills out. Kick forward from Paredes. Don't tell me.
Oh, yes.
He has. That is a brilliant kick from Nate Paredes. He puts that through. He's lying on the ground, for heaven's sake. Got boot to ball and put it straight through the middle. Nate Paredes has kicked his first.
92-point lead now, and well, not much we can really say about that.
That was brilliant.
As we watch the replay here, he's on the ground. Bit of a pull of the shirt and just basically turned him in the right direction to put that one through. Don't forget the AFL NT's return of representing football for the first time ever. Fans will experience the NTFL All-Star Saturday with a full day of celebration of some of the territory's best football talent. The teams of both sides will be announced early next week. So the event will be on Saturday, the 24th of January, during the long weekend bye. This year's All-Star match will introduce the 2 new sides, the Heat and the Spears.
Ryan Crisp up high, beaten forward by Tyler Phillips, who kept his eye on the footy. Josh Wirchin takes possession, handball straight to Vallejo. Gets it to Land. It's woken up, Dylan Land. Kick up towards Dominic Grant is just magnificent. Beautiful lead from Grant too, straight up the corridor and hit him lace out on the left boot.
Yeah, someone must have told him our broadcast and said, they're saying you're not getting enough ball, and he said, okay, I'll get a quick half a dozen possessions, and that's what he's gone and done.
He's made them count too, has Dylan Land. Well, that's what good players do. Dominic Grant now in the corridor, opportunity to kick his second of the game. Kick on its way, that looks good too off the right boot. Nice bit of work on the line too to make sure that the defender couldn't get to it. Dominic Grant, well done. Kicks his second, one in the second quarter now, one in the third. And he's become one of those players, Nick, who started off absolutely as a defender for St Mary's, but because of the injuries that they've suffered and just looking to make sure that they can move their team around, he's pinch hit really well up forward.
Yeah, he certainly has, and it's also handy to have a couple of players like that dropping the ball on your chest just outside, 35 metres out directly in front.
Not an easy kick in the wet, as we've seen. He put that one through the middle. Really growing as a player is Dominic Grant. Well done to him. Phillips up against Crisp. Phillips with the first touch. Cody Leggett over the footy. Dylan Land sockers it away. Just can't handle the footy cleanly, regularly enough. The Eagles. Matthew Motlop with the good handball. Pressure on. Clee. Didn't touch it. Ball came to Billy Shanks. That's a good left foot kick into a dangerous position. Charlie Frank close to the boundary. Couldn't keep it in. Boundary throw in 25 metres around. Eagles into their attack. Can they get their second on the board?
Yeah, kicked 1 goal, 1 in the first quarter, got a point in the second, and that's all they've got so far for the game. Been inside 53 times in the second quarter and 4 times this quarter.
Crisp takes front spot, gets a handball into the clear. Robinson went to toe poke it and missed everything. Jacob Long takes possession, but over the boundary.
Yeah, a bit of professional handball there to a boundary line. Saw a player and thought, I'll do that.
Players reset. Crisp coming from the back, beaten forward by Phillips. He goes in and lays the tackle, the big fella. Cody Leggett, big midfielder, trying to push his way through. And Jack Land, I actually thought that he kept that footy in then.
Yeah, but understand that boundary line. Yeah, the boundary right on that line, and I think that one's had a couple of good decisions down there today. That boundary umpire as well, right along that line.
Lots of cut grass to deal with out on the ground. Following the rain shower. Quick kick out comes from McRae. Over the footy, Frank had it, lost it, went back and got it again. Dewsbury with the handball. Frank keeps it in. Good handball. Back to Leggett. Into a dangerous position. Contest, Smilers there. Saints with the numbers. Free kick is going to be given. And the free kick will come back to St Mary's on the last line of defence to Amory.
Only a Territorian would say the rain we had today was a rain shower.
Well, it was more than that. It was definitely more than that. This ground was absolutely covered.
Yeah, there's a couple of photos out there I've seen already in the newspapers and whatnot, so have a look at those when you get a chance. And if you didn't see it already, it was, it was a new Olympic swimming pool.
Sonny Smiler does really well. Comes in, takes the footy away, uses the left boot nicely, finds Phillips. Beautifully done, Sonny Smiler. That's what we need to see more of, particularly from an Eagles perspective. Clearly a classy young player. And that's good use of the footy too. Cody Leggett takes the mark inside 50 in front of Amory. Just knew when to get and take front spot. Took that ball on his chest.
98-point lead, and Amory's upset if they get a shot at a second goal. It shows you how stingy the St Mary's defence have been all season. As I said, they're 100 points clear of any other side with the least amount of scores against them.
That's what you want to see from your defenders. Cody Leggett, 3 steps, shot at goal, going straight through the middle. What a professional he is. One of the key midfielders of this competition, and that's a brilliant finish from a very good player.
Yeah, the second one on the board after time on in the third quarter.
Yeah, I've loved watching him play this season.
Yeah, he's had a good year, back to a 92-point deficit.
He's been strong in every single game that I've seen him play. Doesn't matter the opposition, doesn't matter the midfield he's coming up against. He's always held his own.
Won't be much more left of this quarter. 22 and a bit minutes gone. I reckon about another minute and a half to go. 5 goals to 1 this quarter.
Crisp ups against Phillips. In fact, it's Faulkner. Phillips won it, lost it. Cody Leggett chasing the footy. Got the handball away, stolen by Vallejo. Didn't quite get Jack Lant. Vallejo butters up and tries to have a crack again. In there was Billy Shanks, did well. Quick kick. Cut off here by Tyson Kent. Finds Dylan Lant. Awoken in the third quarter. Finds Amory all the way down from the back pocket. Kicks long and high and asks a heck of a lot of Nick Yarron. Billy Shanks in the way and takes the grab as he should. Kicks out wide into space. Morgan. In pursuit out there is Conlon. Poor kick from Morgan. So Dominic Grant now to pump it straight back inside 50. Under the footy, Faulkner. Didn't quite read the footy well enough. Vallejo back to Faulkner to Rioli. Rioli to West. West will have a snap on goal here and put that one straight through the middle. Connor West with his second.
Definitely deserved that today, Connor West. He's only kicked 3 for the season and a couple today, but he's right in there all the time, and it's going to be a big star player in the finals footy for St Mary's.
They just keep moving the ball, don't they, Nick? You spoke about it earlier during the call, and just players keep turning up. There's always somebody to handball to, always somebody to get the ball onto. Yeah,
it's knock it forward at all occasions, and that's exactly what they're doing. And a couple of times we've watched Wanderers just look around for the ball behind them, and St Mary's aren't doing that. It's just every single time they get the ball, it's how do I get this forward? And you can see the difference on the scoreboard.
Nate Paredes been really crucial to this team, and he's going to be a big difference. Wasn't around at the end of last season, but should be around at the end of this season and make such a difference in the middle and forward. Phillips again winning that one down, and speak of the devil, Paredes getting a quick kick out up towards half forward. Motlop soccering it away there from Yarron. Ball comes back to Motlop. Done well here, the Eagles. Quick kick out. Jack Lant in the way.
3 open shirts there for St Mary's, and I thought he was going to thread the needle.
Billy Shanks did beautifully, stole the footy away, got it up to Bake, handballs on to the runner, which was really good. Wirchin, long kick, up inside 50, on the chase is Charlie Frank. Kyrese Lower wearing him like the proverbial glove. They see it out of bounds, not quite. Jacob Long had it, then lost it. Charlie Arthur has it, has the kick and kicks it out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, the big full forward stand in the middle as we go into three-quarter time here. You're watching AFL-NT's coverage of the 25-26 TIO NTFL season live at NT News and Community TV. We go in with St Mary's with a 98-point lead. We're back with the final quarter shortly.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazaliesnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, 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 up, bring it back, bring it back.
Top end footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of Territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Go! They're into front!
This is our game, our way. Top end footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome back to AFL-NT's coverage of the 25-26 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League Round 14 clash here at TIO Stadium. St Mary's taking on Wanderers, and St Mary's in full control. My name's Nick Danks and Dom McCormack with us. Have a look at some of the highlights of the third quarter, and great mark there. And an absolutely fabulous goal from a guy that went missing early in the game in Dylan Lamb, but took that one and scored a great goal there.
He certainly did, didn't he? And you're right, we didn't really see much of him in the first half. He contributed, but not a lot. I'll tell you what, third quarter he's made up for it. Kicked a goal, dished off some terrific possessions, really got involved. And you see St Mary's just marching on here. Smithson kicking a nice goal. Ben Rioli featuring. Nate Paredes, how did he kick that? But it's just been that philosophy of St Mary's. You're just constantly getting the ball forward and getting numbers around the fall of the ball.
47 inside 50s to 17 for the game.
That's
and
incredible.
That just shows you, even the top of the 98-point lead, they were 29 points up at quarter time, 67 at half time, and 98 at full time. There's 4 rounds left of the season, and on the way home, St Mary's are going to play Pint, Darwin Buffaloes, Waratah in their final regular season game against Palmerston. Wanderers got a really tough run home. They take on Waratah, Southern Districts, and their final season game against the Nightcliff Tigers. So a tough run home for the Waratahs after tonight, and Wanderers after tonight, and of course last week with the Magpies knocking them off as well.
So here we are, last quarter about to get underway. A few smiles between the players and the central umpire. Just waiting for that siren to sound. 112 plays 14. Phillips, as he has done for much of this season, playing really well out of the ruck contest. They get the ball forward to Kane Cox. Long kick up inside 50. Almost a mark taken by Lachlan Flagg. Free kick given. Ben Rioli takes the advantage. Nice kick up to Brock Lant. Handball's on. There's Dylan Lant. Little chip with the left boot. Goes to the big fella in Thomas Faulkner. Couldn't take the grab. Goes back in and has a crack. Gets it again. Up inside forward 50. Smithson feigns the handball. Gets it to Brock Lant. That's a great smother by Billy Shanks. Sonny Smiler with the footy. Cody Leggett had it. Lost it. Taken down in the tackle. And just to add insult to injury, is going to be pinged for holding the footy.
Yeah, Billy Shanks has had an outstanding game today for Wanderers. He's been absolutely everything. He scored their first goal. On top of that, you've called him a number of times.
Amory, that's a perfect kick. Smithson was always running back into that space. Smiler just couldn't get back quickly enough. Another smart midfielder that St Mary's are very fortunate to have. Josh Smithson. Opportunity here to kick his second after kicking 1 goal in the third quarter.
He's had a couple of opportunities today and dropped a couple overhead, but that one there right on his chest, he'll take that one all day. Push this one to the left post.
Let's see. Kick on the way.
He's pushed it to the left point post. Close enough for him.
He's another one of those very, very important midfielders like Nate Paredes, who's really tracking in good form. They want him to keep going as finals approach. Eagles to bring the ball back into play through their captain in Matthew Motlop. Under a bit of pressure there in the end from Xavier Vallejo. Kicks long out wide. Over the footy, Faulkner. Taken in a tackle by Worthley. The umpire's going to ping him here. Picked up the footy. Didn't make enough of an attempt. Gone.
Yeah, I think he wanted that ball to go over the boundary and it just was never going to bounce enough for him on a wet ground. Any other day on this ground, that would have definitely bounced over.
Just needed not to take it, Nick. Long kick down the line. High flyers are up and straight over the boundary. Elijah Amory. When he's had to go, Nick, he's gone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not the biggest of players, but certainly attacks the footy hard. Forms part of that strong back six. Missing Kieran Parnell tonight.
Yeah, there's a couple of names that slop in this side, and you just got to wonder, though, who will come out for it because they're in very, very good form, St Mary's, at the moment.
Sonny Smiler with the footy. Nice handball. Want to see more of Sonny Smiler in this quarter. Kick up towards Brenton Motlop. Couldn't take the grab. Ben Rioli harassing him there, and the ball goes over as Charlie Arthur tries desperately to keep it in. Boundary throw in that forward pocket. So Wanderers an early opportunity here. Brendan Motlop and Ben Rioli, they've played a few games against each other over the journey. A few grand finals, won and lost between them. There he goes, Kane Cox, little chip towards the goal square. Brendan Motlop soccering away, and he's sockered into the
point
behind post there. So out of bounds on the full will be the call.
You look at this side, though, St Mary's, and you got a guy like Brock Lance come in playing his 4th game of the season, and you just can't see how he's going to get out of this side. The last 2 weeks he's been, last couple of weeks he's been outstanding. I've seen him play.
Dylan Lant takes off, kicks long down the line. Tyler Phillips had 2 hands to it, couldn't take the grab. Front and centre was fantastic from Vallejo. Centre wing, under pressure is Waylon Walters. Wrapped up there by Connor West.
There's another one's only played a few games and just absolutely can't see him losing a spot.
Phillips straight into the ruck contest, takes the ball away. What a player he is. Gets it away to Clee, Lant, Dylan. Long kick up towards Dominic Grant, who gave a healthy push out there. Slaps it to the advantage of a teammate, Patterson. Got it away to Amory, and that will be a trip called.
Yeah, definitely 2 of them then, actually. So he's got the second one.
Plays on quickly, kicks out wide to Jack Land and finds him too. Gee, Amory, he works so hard, Nick. He's playing as a back pocket, I think, yet the number of times we've seen him up forward. Maybe I'm wrong in the position that he's playing, but gee, he works up the field a lot.
Yeah, this defence of St Mary's, though, is across the team. It's not just the back.
The long kick on goal, sorry, Nick, is just off to the right.
So it's going to stay left there. Their defence starts basically from their forward line. To be in the position they are and have the least amount of points by that much, we're talking like 25% on other sides, and they just are defending right across the ground.
Cody Leggett bringing the ball back into play. Long kick down towards the captain. Stolen away by Tyson Kent. Kick is good. No mark taken. Smithson up and about. Gets it to Vallejo. Quick handball to Zach Robinson. 45 out. Kicks away. Fades late, out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, Zach's eyes lit up then. He thought he could pop that one through, and unfortunately it just went across the face for him.
Thomas Worthley goes straight across the goal and finds Morgan. Good kick. Solid grab too. And it's going to be a 50-metre penalty here for the shove in the back.
That's Wanderers' first 50 metres. There's been one other paid today, and that was to St Mary's earlier on in the game in the first quarter. Yeah, that's pretty clear 50.
Yeah, absolutely. Given away against Ryan Crisp there. Kicked out wide. Clean bowled. Frank up to Cody Leggett, who was just jogging along, always looking for the handball. Phillips steals it away from his opposition. Ruckman has the shot at goal and misses to the far side. 1 point. 2-4-16, plays 17-12, 114, 6.5 down here in the last quarter.
Yeah, St Mary's out all over the place down this side. Just needed better clearance in.
Kane Cox just trying to muscle it forward. Vallejo trying to do the same. Now has to go in and lay the tackle. Saints with numbers around the footy. Ball up again. Very heavy underfoot. I'm not surprised if the players are really feeling the effects of this. Latter stages of this game. Davies gets the handball away to Lant. Up on the right boot again. Yaron under the footy. Gee, never takes his eyes off the footy. You don't expect him to take those marks, and he does it more often than not.
Yeah, I reckon it's the 3rd or 4th one he's taken exactly like that, going into the pack and just below the chest mark.
Wanderers with good representation behind the footy here, but that's a poor kick from Worthley. Straight back to Yaron. Little short chip into the midfield, taken by Paredes. Patterson running forward. It's going to reach him. Oh, he handled it cleanly. That's the difference. Connor West with the snap on goal. Just rolls it in beautifully. Paredes with a terrific kick from the middle, and Patterson with the one grab. That's a major difference in this game between the two teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And Connor West, I said earlier, would remember his goal. He's got 3 now. He's going to be a bit harder to remember later on tonight. But 105-point lead now.
Just nice play there. And again, Patterson really quickly, really unselfishly. Connor West in the clear. No hesitation to pop it over to him and delicately kicking that one through.
Yeah, Luke Patterson got 5 tonight early in the game. Got a couple really close in front, just socking them over the line. And this is good stuff for St Mary's coming, as I said, 4 or 5 weeks away from finals.
Their percentage getting a more than healthy boost here tonight. Up goes Kane Cox, couldn't quite get the tap away. Lant had the footy, lost the footy. Wrestle in the middle, and he's going to ping him here. dragging the ball back in. Free kick to Sam Berry. Chip out wide is going to be taken by Cody Leggett. That's courage. Brilliant mark. Getting back into the good spot there was Lachlan Flagg. And a 50-metre penalty. So the second 50-metre penalty going to St Mary's for the evening. Flag up towards half forward. Onto the chest of Thomas Faulkner. Good kick. Long kick from Faulkner. Down towards Connor West, who's playing at full forward. Ball out to the back. Smithson gathered, was trying to offload to Yaron. Gets a kick away. But it will come back for a ball up as the umpire had already blown the whistle. So Saints have kicked 1 goal in 9 minutes of footy in this last quarter. Nick, how many more can they kick in the next 11 to 12 minutes?
2 or 3 more would probably be enough for the boys. I would have thought now it's...
Patterson down in the ruck contest. Kick comes out to Brock Lant. Snap into a dangerous position. And through for an out of bounds on the full decision.
Yeah, just clipped the point post on the way through.
Yep.
Well, one of the umpires doesn't think it did.
Went through for a behind. I thought it had gone through for a point when I first laid eyes on it. Of course, the umpires are much closer than what we are. Cody Leggett to bring the ball back into play. 18-13 the score, 121 to 2-3-15. Cody Leggett, that kick too easily read there by Dewsbury as he kept the footy in. He has. Takes the tackle, dumped to the ground. He's going to be pinged for holding the footy. Terrific tackle laid out there by Isaac Eastick. In fact, it's Sam Berry. Deep in his back pocket, called now to play on. Oh, very close to Dewsbury. No mark taken in the contest. Handball came out to Dylan Land. Almost picked up there by Vallejo, taken by Clee. Handballs to Leggett. Caught. Loses the footy. Comes to Dylan Land. Scrubs one inside 50. Morgan out the back to Matthew Motlop was excellent. Patterson gets a fist in there. Saints with numbers, but the ball's kicked out wide. Wanderers in the clear. Kick up towards half forward. Flag takes the mark. Just been held up at almost every opportunity. Kick sideways to Jacob Long. Needs a few teammates to work for him here into the clear. Goes long towards Brock Lant. Close to the boundary. Amory gets the handball away. Paredes to lay the tackle. Coming through is Worthley. Breaks the tackle, gets the handball away. Amory in there again. Wrestling away with Holmberg. Taken there by Willis. Kent. And a free kick paid.
Over the shoulder.
Free kick to come back to the Eagles.
106 points up, St Mary's are, and they're still going in the packs with 3 or 4 players. They've just hunted the ball all night tonight.
Ball goes to Willis.
Getting back to come somewhere near the mark.
Absolutely. 20 metres away from it.
Yeah, because that's going to make a difference at 106 points with 8 minutes to go.
Little chip goes to McRae. McRae just kicks long. Down towards Phillips. Phillips doesn't take the ball, but does take Amory down. Ball bobbling away there in the pack. Comes out to Jack Lant. Gets ball to boot so quickly. Dewsbury almost took the mark. And ball tumbles out of bounds for another throw-in. Still hard at it, as you say, Nick. Latter stages of this game. 106 points in front. Faulkner to go up against Phillips. Faulkner at the back, takes it out of the contest. Quick kick forward. Goes to Conlon. On all fours, finds Smithson. Now to Patterson. First time he hasn't handled it cleanly all night. Goes to Lant. Sets him up in the tackle. Ball spills. Conlon goes to Patterson. Now to Lant. Quick to boot again. Out wide, Yaron. Spins around and the tackle was good. Amory breaks, goes to Paredes. Yaron in the clear. Paredes has a shot. And misses to the left. Thought he was going to handball off to Yarran there, but chose not to.
Yeah, shame there for St Mary's. They worked really hard to get that one forward and would deserve a goal out of actually, but this stage of the night, I suppose, not going to make much difference.
Motlop to Worthley, receives it back again. Looking for a teammate there in Eastick and finds him. Back to Worthley, called to play on, does do that. Eastick now kicking under pressure. Lower, takes his first mark, I would think, for the evening. Been a lockdown defender. Goes long on the left boot. Ball spills, finds Dominic Grant, but a free kick given. Go to the Eagles.
Yeah, I think Grant grabbed him as he ran past.
Time ticking away here, 14 minutes down. Only one goal on the board in this quarter. And that's to St Mary's in the form of Connor West. Almost the mark there to Chris, but push comes. And it will go to St Mary's in the form of Patterson. Jack Land calling forward in the middle. Patterson to go long. No one in the end flew for that. Comes to Dominic Grant, takes the tack, just throws the ball away. Socket away, Morgan. Dewsbury on the chase. So too Isaac Poole. Close to the boundary line, and the boundary will win.
Yeah, I think they both let that one go.
Oh, deliberate's the call. From the umpire. So Dewsbury to take I did not expect that. Dewsbury to take the free. Called to play on, immediately he stepped inboard. Smithson the target, almost took it on the chest. Wanderers defence having to work overtime here. Grant goes to Vallejo. Vallejo finds a teammate. Kick on goal is a point from Smithson. Dirty on himself too. He was dead in front, 20 metres out. Kicks it behind.
Yeah, he's had an opportunity tonight to put a few more on the board. He's got one. He could have had probably 2 or 3 tonight.
I agree. Well, it's all Saints at the moment. They're doing so much attacking. They've moved from 17-10 to 18-15. And again, a turnover. Goes to Kent. Nice handball. Lant. He will have a shot. And he will kick a goal. Rarely misses, does Dylan Lant. 40 metres out. Slippery ball. Bang. Straight through the middle. Yeah,
you said he went missing, but he's reappeared in this second half. Of course, other games this round, Southern Districts defeated Darwin Buffaloes by 37 points. Waratah defeated Palmerston Magpies by 9. And just finished across the road at DXC Arena, Pine defeated the Toohey Bombers by 37. As we watch the replay here, and Dylan Land takes the ball, and anywhere around that sort of area, you know what's going to happen, and that's exactly what he did. He kicks a goal. Next week, Dom, round 15 on Friday night, 8 o'clock, back here at TIO. Pint and St Mary's. That'll be a great game with Pint winning tonight.
Should be a cracker.
That'll be it. You reckon that'll pick second or third for the rounds, the way they go. Then 3 games on Saturday, 2 o'clock at Tracy Village, Tiwi Bombers and Darwin Buffaloes. 6 p.m. at Gazales, Palmerston and the Tigers, and 6:30 at Gardens Oval, Waratah and Wanderers for next week's round 15.
Dewsbury over the footy here, confronted by Cox. Wanderers kick forward, almost a mark to Kent. Gets a handball away to Dylan Lant. Calls for the footy again. Takes it nicely. And the kick is good too. Finds Dominic Grant. He's had a good match. Kicks into space looking for Jack Lant. Couldn't quite hang on to it. Oh, the Eagles' defence have done well for a moment. Xavier Vallejo, he's taken high, just straight in and hard at the footy. And I reckon he's really improved in that regard as this season's gone on. Just attacking the footy full on and rewarded there with the free kick. The goals have come as he's worked hard, Xavier Vallejo. Really grown as this season's moved on, and that is a perfect kick from Xavier Vallejo to Josh Smithson. Takes the mark low down and will go back and have a shot at his second.
Yeah, as we said, he could add 3 or 4 tonight, Smithson. He's going to take this opportunity here. 114-point lead at the moment.
They aimed at 20 goals last week and kicked that against Palmerston. If he kicks this, they'll have another 20 on the board 2 weeks in a row. That's no mean feat, Nick.
So 15 points against him as well. That's been an outstanding defensive effort right across the ground for St Mary's tonight. Smithson
kick on the way. And again, he kicks that off to the right hand. So you look at him, he's hanging his head there, not happy.
Yeah, they've had their opportunity to kick him. They've kicked a few points in this quarter. What's that, 6th one, isn't it?
Yeah. Cody Leggett has the footy. Wanderers pump it forward. Amory, as he has done. Oh, that's a 50-metre penalty against Isaac Eastick, didn't think there was much in it. Yes, he took him high, but as he was taking the grab, and the umpires pinged him for 50 straight away. So Amory with an opportunity to have a crack at goal.
Yep. Hasn't kicked one tonight, and I'd probably say he hasn't kicked many at all. Let me just have a quick look at the stats where you look at the replay here. Oh, there wasn't much. Jeez.
I think he's been hard done by there. Isaac Eastick. Amory now, man on the mark, 30 from goal. Kick on its way. And he's put that straight through the middle, Elijah Amory. He's had a big match for his team here this evening. Been terrific down back, worked really hard, and now a goal on the board. And that goal, he's kicked his team's 20th.
Yeah, and he's actually, Elijah kicked a few this season. He kicked one against the Bombers, a couple against Palmerston, a couple against the Tigers in that comeback round, and a couple against Buffs, Bombers and Wanderers. So that was his 9th goal of the season, playing out of the back, and has been outstanding tonight.
Really consistent performer. Lots of courageous marks and just using the ball so well. Saints 2016, 136. Wanderers, sadly, 2-3-15. Just about to tick into time on here at TIO Stadium. Tyler Phillips in contest here against Crisp. Crisp takes the footy from that contest. Kicks up to attacking 50. Wanderers defence do well initially. Get the ball away. Crisp locks it in. Conlon fights away. Leggett's there. So too Phillips, who just does not stop trying. Handball came out to Wilkes. Got it away to Leggett. Kicks into space. Brenton Motlop on the chase. So too Smiler. Ben Rioli missed it. Amory picks it up. One grab. Brilliant play. That's what Sonny Smiler needed to do, who was close enough and had the pace. Saints continue to push the ball away. Taken here, though, by Harry Willis. Did beautifully. Evasion skills were good. Finds Cody Leggett at centre wing. Now goes to Smiler. Found himself in good position. The left footer. Drills a pass inside 50. But finds the safe chest of Davies. Goes to Paredes. Takes the mark. Kicks long, dangerous down to Smithson. Creates a bit of time and space and did it beautifully. Looking for and finding Dylan Lant on the chest. Gee, it's a midfielder frenzy at having shots at goal in this last quarter. Smithson, West, Dylan Lant plays on, snaps on goal. He will not miss. That's another goal for Dylan Lant. And after doing very little in the first half, he has kicked 3 goals in this second half for his team as the captain.
Yeah, that's when they're remembered, of course, for a bit of voting, of course, at the end of the game. If you do what he's done here in the last 35 minutes or so, the second half of the third quarter, and for this quarter as well, he's picked up 3 goals. And if you watch him here, just pure experience, took the ball on the chest mark. As soon as he was let go, we missed the replay there. He didn't waste any time. He just got up and ran around and popped it over.
He's so quick too, Nick, in the first 2 or 3 steps that he takes. He almost always gets space between he and an opponent just with his first 2 or 3 steps. The mark, of course, of a very good player. Tyler Phillips up against Crisp again. And a free kick in the middle. We'll go to Billy Shanks, or will it? No, it's going to go straight to Tyler Phillips against Crisp. Kicks to Shanks. Goes to the left boot. Long. Good kick. Goes to Leggett, who'd found space. Went to kick the footy. Lant put him off and did beautifully. Spillage goes to lower. Handball to Yaron. Saints on the move. Into the middle. Vallejo. Perhaps deliberately didn't take the 2 grabber. Dominic Grant got it to Smithson. Back to Grant. The old 1-2. Back to Smithson again. Really close to the boundary. Kick is magnificent to Patterson on the move. And finds his chest close to the boundary.
Right on the sirens. He'll have time now to step back and try for his 6th. At the moment, it's 127 points to St Mary's.
21-16 to 2-3. Well, there's no way that you can say that Saints have taken this game lightly tonight. They would have come in, Nick, probably knowing that they were going to win the game if they played half-decent footy. but there's not a single quarter here that you could say Saints have cruised.
No, 29 points at quarter time, 67 at half time, 98 points at three-quarter time. It's 127 at the moment. Let's see what Patterson does here, aiming for his 6, and pretty pleasing, as I said, at the start of the game. Interested to see how this guy played for them.
Kick on the way. That's a good-looking kick off the boot. Oh, just sneaking in for the minor score. So 1 additional point to the board. 21-17, 143 to Wanderers. 2-3-15 is the final score.
So 128-point margin. Your best on ground across the thing, Dom?
Oh, gee.
A lot of them?
Oh, there's a hot, you know, it's one of those under 12 matches, isn't it, to St Mary's. The team played well. I think it's easier to pick out from a Wanderers perspective. I thought Tyler Phillips again in the ruck, tireless all night. Excellent. Cody Leggett in midfield really led from the front. I thought Billy Shanks up forward tried his heart out. Was everywhere, did really well. If you look down back, players such as Worthley was really good. I thought Matthew Motlop tried to tidy up and he was clean with the footy. And they were able to use the footy well through him, just not enough.
And your big goal scorers, of course, I'll do the Wanderers ones quickly. Cody Leggett got one and Billy Shanks got the other. And I'll leave you with the St Mary's sides.
For Luke Patterson, he kicked 5 in the end. Opportunity for 6 just at the end. Dylan Land ended up with 3 goals. Connor West with 3. 2 for Jack Land, Dominic Grant and Xavier Vallejo. Singles to Elijah Amory, Nick Yarran, Josh Smithson, who had many opportunities to kick 2 or 3, and Nate Perutis also with a single.
Yeah, there it is, though. Big one here, of course, next week, round 15 on Friday night. Quickly with this one, Pint St Mary's, who do you fancy?
Gee, that's very difficult. I think Saints with the form that they're in are going to be hard to toss, but Pine have been excellent all season. My tip would be St Mary's.
And one word here from Saturday night, 2 p.m. at Tracy Village, Tiwi Bombers and Buffs.
Tiwi.
6 p.m. Gazelles are in at Palmerston and the Tigers. And 6:30 Gardens over Waratah and Wanderers. Yeah, there it is. My name's Nick Dax. My commentary partner this evening was Don McCormack. It's been a pleasure to host you this evening. We'll look forward to joining you next time. Good night.